Hello guys and welcome to Simon Security Expert, your one-stop shop for all your security needs. And today I'm going to show you how to add on a Texecom Premier Elite remote keypad onto your Texecom Premier Elite alarm system. So we're going to assume for this video that you've already got the cable, the alarm flex cable, ran into place, one end coming to your control panel and one end going to where your keypad is. The first thing you're going to want to do is down power the control panel. So you take the screw out, depending on if your control panel looks like this or the polycarbonate box. The process is exactly the same. Take your screws out, take the lid off, disconnect your backup battery, and then take out the mains fuse on the panel. The reason you want to do this is because you always want to add things onto this system when the system is down powered. Otherwise you do run the risk of corrupting the data. So just going as manufacturer's guidelines, down power the panel, then wiring the keypad, then we'll power up the panel again, and then we'll confirm the device so the system registers it. So the first thing you want to do, knock out the fuse. Then let's go to the keypad and I'll show you exactly how to wire it in from there. Then I'll show you how to wire it in from here at the control panel and then show you how to confirm it. Let's go. So here we are at the keypad, guys. Now there's a screw underneath which you'll just need to unscrew if your keypad's already on, and then the keypad will slide up and come off. And then in the back of the keypad you have these terminals on the back. For the moment, I want you to ignore these zone cables. That's when you're adding a zone onto a keypad zone. In here is the ones you want. That's labeled network, okay? It's labeled network on the underneath. And in the back of the network, you have, let me just adjust this up slightly. You have your aux power, the red and black. That's what we tend to use. So if you're using red and black, put your red in the positive and black in the negative. And then you'll see T and R, which I always do yellow for the T and blue for the R, but you can choose depending on what color wiring configurations you do. But in here, the network side, you need power. So you need a red and a black, for example, on the plus and the negative. Then your T and R, I use the yellow core and the blue core. And this we're going to want to match up to our control panel, which we're going to go back up to now. But before we do that, there's something very important on here that a lot of people forget and don't realize. Over here is a list of dip switches just here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you've only got one keypad on the system, you can leave it as it comes factory set, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4 all down, okay? But if you then get a second keypad on here, you'll need to go to that keypad and put the number 2 up, for example, okay? Because you can't have two keypads with the same dip switch configuration, otherwise the system doesn't know how to identify them. So make sure, depending on whether you're using one keypad, two keypad, three keypad, four keypad, all the way to like 16, you can configure the dip switches on here. But if you're just using the one, keep them all as down and that will automatically assign to number 1. If you need number 2, put number 2 up. If you need number 3, put number 3 up. If you need number 4, put number 4 up, depending on the keypad you're using. Okay, so once you're done there, close the keypad up. Oh, I've lost the screw. Where is it? Oh, where did I put it down? Okay, I'll find that later. Let's go to the control panel. Okay guys, now we're back at the control panel. You see here, it says underneath these cores, you can see it says the word network, okay? You need to identify your network terminals on your control panel, and then match these up to what you did with the keypad. So the red into positive, black into negative, yellow into T, and blue into R. If you're wondering why I've got multiple blues and multiple yellows and multiple reds and multiple blacks in here, it's because I've got multiple things on my system. If you've just got one keypad, for instance, then and no other kind of expansion of, you know, wired expanders or wireless expanders, you'll only have the one lot of cables going into here. So if you've just got the one keypad, you'll put the red in with the positive, black in with the negative, yellow in with the T, blue in with the R. If you've got two keypads and they're both on their own individual cable, which it will be, then you'll have two reds going into here, two blacks going into the negative, two yellows going into the T, and two blues going into the R, for example. Once you've done that and you're happy with the wiring configurations, go ahead and put your fuse back into the panel. Now let's go to the keypad. Now you're at the keypad, the system's triggering because you've just powered it up. Put in the user code. If it's its default, that's 5678. Now, you go into engineer code, which in my case is defaulted to 1234, and I'm going to show you how to confirm the device. Sometimes it will depending on your version number, it will take you straight to confirm devices when you put your engineer code in, and you can just press yes and you're done. But if that's not the case, you're going to need to manually confirm it. And if you do that by going into zone setup, press number 9 to engineer utilities, press yes, scroll down until you see engineer utilities, confirm devices, press yes to there, and you'll see it on here. You'll see if you've got one keypad, as I have here, you'll just have one there. If you've got two keypads, you'll see 1 and 2. Underneath, you've also got expanders, which also go on your network. So, you know, I've got one wired expander on it, and then if I had a wireless expander, it may go in number 2, and, you know, so on and so forth. But on here, your net RKP, which is your network keypad, is just there. So you'll press yes, and it'll ask you yes to confirm. Press yes to that. Then once you've done that, guys, I need you to reconnect your backup battery to its battery leads, put on your lid and screw the tamper shut, and you have now installed a remote keypad onto Texecom Premier Elite system. If you have any questions, anything you want to run over, leave it in the comments, whether it's about this system or any system. I'm happy to help with whatever it is. Just let me know. I'll be happy to run through it with you. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.